Welcome to another unboxing video presented by Real Security, where we try to unbox interesting products of interesting vendors. This time it's a product made by a company Certgate, which actually bought company AirID that produces this nifty gadget that does excellent things, as we'll see in the progress. So first of all, if you take the small box and then open it, maybe it will not be clear what it does, because it looks like a really small calculator, which it is not. This small device will really make your life easy if you are using smart cards. It doesn't matter if you really use the smart cards for storing your certificate, which you use for signing the documents maybe, or access to your online banking, as for example in our country. Maybe you have to use the smart card as a wireless card for opening doors. Maybe you're using the smart card as a security device to unlock your computer. In all these cases, this little gadget will transform your smart card into a wireless device. Why, you should maybe ask? It's really simple. Because if you have the card in wireless, it's much easier to use it in certain environment, as for example in hospital, where you don't really want to touch something all the time because of the bacteria, germs and so on. You can just hang this around your neck like that, and then use your existing smart card, as for example that, in the device. Very simply, you just plug your existing smart card into the device and the device turns on. Then we have a really nifty small LCD display which you can control with the jog dial and do various functions. Immediately after inserting the card into this device, your card starts to be available through low power Bluetooth connection on your various devices, as iOS devices, Android devices, Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Mac OS, and even for the dinosaurs of you who are still using the BlackBerry, yes, it does work in BlackBerry. So efficiently you have transformed maybe your certificate on the smart card into something that you can use on your smartphone and immediately start signing digital documents on the smartphone itself. You might ask yourself, what about security of this device, because it just transforms the smart card to the wireless? Well, you know, it's the same. So if somebody steals your smart card, they can steal your reader, and actually it's the smart card you have to protect, and this is why the smart cards usually employ algorithms as PIN codes, as additional two-factor authentication methods, just to be able to use them. Everything is still as it was when you were using just the smart card. So the whole purpose of AirID is to comfortably make the usage of the smart card wireless. For example, I also already mentioned hospitals, because hospitals are really one of the first customers that come to mind, but the second one is also maybe a large warehouse where you have something in your hands and you really don't want to grab your smart card and press it into the reader, or maybe even if it's NFR card, you still have to put it on the reader. And if you're carrying something large, that's not a good idea. So still, you just use the same smart card into the device, put it around your neck, and you just walk through. If you have the readers that enable the usage of Bluetooth, if the card itself still has to function as wireless NFR card, no problems. You just lift it to the existing old reader, the functionality will be preserved. It's also really important that everything all together is less than 50 grams. So if you hang it around your neck like that, or maybe like that, you don't have really something heavy around your neck that would persuade you to not carry it all the time. In the field of IT security, one of the really important features is that you can enable a distance logout to your computers, for example, meaning that you have this card around your neck, which actually is really easy. Why? Because in this box, you also get a tag, which you can use. So you can use your own lanyard, put it around your neck, and you just hang it like that. You come to your computer, and immediately you will be logged in with just the card plus password if you're using two-factor authentication, or maybe just the card, if that is enough according to your security policy in the company. But the most important aspect that users usually forget about is when they leave the computer, you have to log out. With such card in the wireless reader, when you go away from the computer, you will be automatically logged out because of the distance that just emerged between the smart card and between the computer itself. I already mentioned that you can use the cards for signing the documents. It's really bothersome if you have to use the existing smart cards in a smart card reader that maybe sits on your desktop, again, because of the security. Why? You insert the card, you sign the document digitally, and you forget the card in the reader. This is what usually happens. Or you just leave it in the reader. And in this kind of solution, you never leave it in the reader. So there is no persistent card in the reader for accessing online banking in the company because somebody forgot to take it out, because you always take it with you to even leave the company. Why? Same card, opening the doors, same card, signing the documents. You will be forced to go out with the same card, for example. The battery life of the device should be around a week. You get a USB charging cable with it, so you just plug the USB cable in the nifty AirID gadget and into your computer and recharge the battery in a couple of hours, and it will be good for another week. This device also has automatic power off feature, meaning now you can see the display actually is turned off. Immediately when I insert a smart card, you will see the device turns on by itself, and then after that you're ready to use the device. When you don't use the device, you take the card out, you go home or whatever, you're sure that device is not using the battery. There's additionally a safety feature on the AirID itself, which is a hologram sticker, so you can visibly see that nobody has been playing with the device, opening it up maybe and doing something strange with it, try to hack it. That's really important if you have to be EL certified, for example, because smart cards can be EL5 certified, and if you're using the EL5 certified card in such reader, you are preserving the EL5 certification standard whatsoever. Thank you very much to Certgate for giving us the opportunity to bring AirID product in this territory. I'm sure that many customers and resellers will find it really usable in their cases. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact us.